Tricia, you're driving this lovely car here today with this rather wonderful little V8 engine. The engine itself, I understand, was designed by Terry.
Yes, that's right. Yes, quite a few years ago now, Terry wanted to design a V8 bike engine as a personal project. We started off with a Suzuki V8 using two Hayabusa 1.3 engines, or top end, sorry, and that went okay. And then a couple of our friends asked if we could do the same thing again, but for the 2 litre class, and hence the R1 Yamaha top ends were used, again on a common crank designed by Terry, and that's what we have here.
He's quite a clever man, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I think he's very clever indeed, but he's very modest about it all, and it's all designed with a pen and piece of paper and
good old-fashioned engineering.
Old-fashioned engineering, yes. There's no CAD or anything like that. It's all very traditional methods. And Terry made the patterns, and in fact with the first engine took the patterns down to a foundry, and it was 2 retired gentlemen, and they rammed up the mould with Terry there and did the casting. We've now gone on to actually machining it from billet, so this is a billet lock. Again, it was over lockdown when Terry decided that he'd like to have a go at machining one for solid, and that's what he spent his time doing over lockdown and Christmas, and that's what we've got in this car.
Christmas as well? Do you mean he didn't buy you a Christmas present?
Yeah, it was like a 45 kilogram block of aluminium that went down to about 8 kilos, and yeah, that was a Christmas. He came in for Christmas Day, and the rest of the holiday he was machining away. But yeah, we enjoy it, and yeah, we're as keen as each other.
So obviously you share the car. Terry's standing over there because he doesn't want to be. Come on, he could come in, couldn't he? He could come and have a chat. I think he could. Quite an achievement, and I'm sort of thinking this is very much a sort of like I don't like to say garden shed project, but yeah.
Actually a shed project, yes, garden shed project. We've had help with all the porting and polishing of the valves, and the combustion chambers has all been done by Race Techniques. All the mapping was done on Race Techniques dyno. Electronics is over the top of my head, so without them it wouldn't be running. Yeah. So we're grateful to other people's help as far as the setting up of the engine goes after them when it's put together.
So how many billet ones have you done now?
This is the first billet one. This is the one to try.
And how many of these engines have you actually done in total? 5
Yamahas and 1 Suzuki V8.
Wonderful. And obviously they rev quite highly, as Jonathan was saying just now about them. What sort of power output are you getting out of them?
They rev to 13.5. We're getting 378 brake and 172 foot-pounds of torque, so it's not too bad. It could be a bit more, but we've got cams that are good for hill climbing instead of 8 power.
And I take it that you've obviously got it mated to a Hewland there. Was it very difficult to sort of like get everything to match up?
No, it's not too bad. It's a bespoke casting for the bell housing.
Yeah.
It's got a drop box in the middle of it to drop the input RPM into the Hewland down to 10,500 maximum, because the Hewland can't take the 13,500. So no, it's not too bad at all.
That's quite clever, really, isn't it?
It's a way of getting around the problem of the gearbox and the high revs. Yeah. Yes, to put a drop box in. It doesn't absorb too much power, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's lovely. Well, obviously you're both competing this weekend, and I daren't ask who's fastest.
Oh no, you can ask. Terry is always the quickest.
We both have a bit of a bad start to the weekend, to be honest. So we've got to put our socks up now.
Yeah. Well, thanks for showing us the car. It's a lovely little station, and I like how low it is and how small and compact it is.
And the packaging that Graham's done on Jonathan's car is just superb. Yeah. It really is. It makes it so much smaller than this one. So Graham's done a really nice job.
Yeah. Well, credit to you for that. Really impressed. Thank you for taking the time. You and thank you, Tricia, as well for. Yeah, no, it's just lovely. I mean, I think that anybody who's watching the live stream would be really impressed by the way it's been put together and designed. Without, as you say, without CAD CAM or anything like that.
No, it was all drawn out on ply or paper, so pencil and paper. So it's all right.
Good old-fashioned engineer. Thank you both.